Welcome back to another video, guys. Today on this video, we're going to go over how you can offer more to a seller. How can you give them more money? Again, my name is Gino Palumba, real estate investor here in Atlanta, Georgia. Our company, our wholesaling company, should be doing about $4 to $5 million this year. We should end up somewhere in between, hopefully around 5. But I'm going to show you how you can offer more to sellers. Now, I'm not going to go into exact detail how we do it, how we pitch everything to the T, but I'm going to show you in ways that you can just offer more to sellers. Now, if we're wholesaling real estate, and that's what I'm talking to here, we're just trying to find the buyer to buy the most or pay the most for our property we get under contract, right? And in turn, if we can get buyers to buy more, we can also pay sellers a little more. So how can we get sellers more money? Well, they're going to need to be flexible with us on some things. We're not going to just give them more money without them having to give something up. And that's where it comes into play, right? Case by case basis is if I have a seller and they want $210,000, well, I know as a wholesaler that wouldn't work at that price in this case. It wouldn't work. I couldn't wholesale it. I would make nothing on it. Or maybe I'd make 5 to 10 grand, and the time and effort, and let's just say you make nothing on it, right? 210. But I know if I can expose it on the retail market, then my buyer pool just increasingly goes up, right? I get so many more buyers, and I can sell it to a retail person and make 30K, right? But sometimes that's usually about the difference, right? You can usually sell about $20,000 to $20,000 more versus, your cash buyers to retail market, maybe even more, like 50,000, depending on your area. And so that for us, Mr. Seller, to get you that price of 210, I just need you to be flexible with me on one thing. What is that, Gino? Access. And I just wanted to pitch a little bit, but this is what we pitch our sellers. And if you want more money, I can get you more money, but I need you to be flexible with me on one thing. I'm not just going to come up to 210. I need you to be flexible, on one thing, and that's access. And I know that why do I want access is because now I can go put that property on the multiple listing service. Now, obviously, I explained to the seller through it after I get them to agree to access of what we're actually doing. We're going to put it on the retail market, allow other investors get in, but I'm not going to do that on this video. But I'm just showing you can be flexible with things, right? Let's just say it's a very close one. It's a deal you don't know, but you know that if you can get a lot of investors in there, that there's a good chance of it working, right? Because some of those deals happen where you're like, I'm just not sure, but if I can get a lot of people in there to see it, I know I'll be able to, get it done. And maybe it's in a good area where I can get a lot of people in there quick, but the seller's got to let me do that. And what you can tell the seller is like, look, if you want us, and we'll use 210 again, if you want us to come to 210, I just need you to be flexible with me on something. I need you to allow me to have, 15 to 20 of my retail investors go in there, at one time. And that's the way I can get you 210. If not, I can only still pay that 195. And this is something that I never really thought of until Eric Brewer taught me this. And it's nothing to do with innovations. It's just the mindset of sales. Like if you want us to come up in price, you need to be flexible with me on something. You need to give something up as a seller. Because if a seller sees you go up in price from 195 to 210 with nothing else happening, right? You're not giving, the seller's not giving anything up. They're gonna be like, well, fuck, they went up 15,000 like that. Why can't they come up another 10? He didn't give anything up. And obviously they're not saying that to themselves consciously, but subconsciously they are. They're like, that's what I do. Like if someone comes up to me and tells me, like I'm trying to sell a jet ski right now. They tell me they'll pay me, $7,000. And I tell them, look, that's just not even close. And they come up to 8,200. Well, I'm like, they didn't even give anything. They didn't even say, well, throw in shipping. Gino, can you meet me at my place to deliver the jet ski? Can you put a few? Like they didn't even ask for anything from on my side, and they just went up in price. Well, okay, I know they can come up more, right? And so this is subconsciously what sellers are thinking. Like, it's that easy? You came up that quick, that easy? I'm going to come up in price. And so we need to allow them, and I'm not saying we do this perfectly in our company. I'm not saying, because, we anchor low in our first offer. And so for that instance, let's say 210 was that MAO, the max allowable offer. We might offer like 178 the first offer. And so we're not going to go up every increment and say, can you give me something? But when we start like actually coming up to where we're at like 10 to 15 grand, like that 190, if you want us to come up to your price, we need you to be flexible on something. We need you to give us something in exchange. And even if it's something that's not as of value to you, like my instance with the jet ski was like, if that person asked me, the buyer, I'm the seller, they said, I can come up to 8,200, but will you be flexible with me? Can you deliver it to my house? Can you fill it up with gas? Can you, do a maintenance on it before I get it? Like that stuff is not equivalent to $1,200. That might be $300 worth of value that guy's getting, but at least in his retrospect, and I'm seeing it as the seller, like, okay, well, I got to give something up to give him his price to come up to his 8,200. And so that's what you got to do. And that's what I've realized a lot recently in sales is like, you can't just come up on a price, or you expect the seller, you got to give something. They got to give you something back, right? They got to allow you to be flexible. The seller has to give you something in return when it comes down to negotiating, so that you, one, can achieve what you want to get, because now me allowing me to put on the retail market at 210 is allowing me to give them what they want. And two, it's not just me coming up and the seller thinking they have more money available to them because I came up so quick. But yeah, guys, that's what I have. Very quick video here. If you like this video, please leave a comment down below. Please share it. I said this in my last video. Tag me. Take a picture of this video, watching it. Tag me on Instagram. It's my name, but in between my name, my middle, or my first name and last name is just 2 underscores. You'll see it pop up if you just type in my name. Tag me on there, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some next videos.